Go.
Two ugly men. You had to know. You muddled minds too far.
Great show this week.
Scoreboard no more. You already know what it is. It's this horrible poll that I put up. It was pot stirring. I got caught up in the ants' pot stirring ways. Joe, did you see who won the poll of the team?
I did, and I said they ought to take it as a compliment. You really should, because if people want you to stop winning.
I thought for sure the Poops were going to win that poll, so I put it on there to bring it on, and then
I voted for you.
Yeah, I know.
I did the right thing.
I voted for you too. After long consideration, I was like, it is Joe who I vote, because you've come at me so much that now I can't help it. I want your team to lose as well. We're rivals.
Yeah.
Team of rivals.
We're probably the biggest rivals in the league. It's a bold statement, but I get the best rivalry in the league.
I wanted to put, it's going to be Thanksgiving this year, by the way. People want to tune in to that.
Yeah, it's on Thanksgiving. Best rivalry.
I was going to put up on there as an option the team I'm playing, and I would have voted for the team I'm playing over anyone else to see them lose. Would you? Would it still be the Poops? Would you rather me lose than you beat your opponent?
No.
All right, we're glad to hear that. Anthony said that he would cheer against his hated teams more than the team he was actually playing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Strongly, he felt. So, anywho. Lulu Birds, I'm rooting for the Birds to, who are they playing this week? Do you think they break it against Tokyo?
No, I think Tokyo is going to bounce back.
Oh, I forgot to.
And I think the Birds are just a team to do it against.
Yeah, it looks tough. Tokyo was once really highly touted. But, anywho, it's long overdue that the most interesting team of the week, the most interesting team, Poops, is the Poops, undefeated on one of the quietest breakout runs, which is the way we like it. But we're undefeated, Joe, and I want to institute a new award, the Van Helsing Award. And to that end, we've brought on Van Helsing himself.
Oh, boy.
Mr. Helsing.
Been waiting a long time.
Mr. Helsing. Yes.
Mr. Helsing.
There needs to be a new award in the league. The Van Helsing.
Well, we don't have too much of a monster problem. It's just zombies, really.
They were all over the league at the beginning of the year, and now I have killed them. You're welcome.
No, not really. There's still plenty of zombies, I'd say.
But we are dealing with them, and the team who deals with them the most will win the Van Helsing.
Well, we're also thinking of creating maybe like a Frankenstein award. That's if you just completely smash your team.
That's excellent. The zombie award is ridiculous, let me tell you. It means you have players playing on the Monday night. That's all it means. The definition is stretched so thin.
Well,
Not only kill the zombie, I want to kill the award itself. And
it's a great award. We just started the award. I mean, it's been around for
Joe, let me ask
seasons.
would you rather come from behind on the Monday night?
Oh wait, we got someone here to defend the zombie award.
Let me finish.
Here's one guy who says you're wrong about this award. What do you have to say, Mr. Zombie?
I don't want. Shut your mouth. Quiet. I will kill you.
He has a point.
He has no point.
He has a point. I mean, zombies need to be represented too. Let's have some equity.
It's not the way to win the game. The way to win the game.
We can have a Van Helsing award and a zombie award.
You get ahead in the game and you stay ahead.
What do you have to say to that?
Slander. Nothing but foul.
It's a bit slanderish, I guess.
From him.
But okay, well, I think you two have both presented decent arguments here. It's something to consider, at least in the off season. And you know, this is why I hate these shows. You only get a minute to say your piece. Didn't even get to articulate myself. No one's listening to me or my point. I hate this. I'm out of here. Join me on my podcast, my zombie podcast.
Zombie.
All right.
Out in the night.
I think.
Goodbye.
We're done with this. All right.
Mr. Zombie.
Well, that was very counterproductive.
Hopefully, neither of you are involved in our game. But the zombie got popular. Everyone wants to be a zombie. Everyone wants to, but not against points. And I'm going to have Circle City coming up on me, zombie-like, with their 2 stars on Sunday night. That will be the last players playing. Excuse me. Groups every week. Will you continue on the trend?
I think this is the week the Poops lose. They will not get 6 in a row. They will not tie my all-time win streak.
Tell you what, I'm as nervous as always, but Tevin Coleman might get the start. Although those have been my worst performances because he when he is a starter, somehow Ito Smith gets all the touchdowns. So I never my games. I just do that, so I'll do that again. Good luck.
Sure. Here's
my game of the week, Joe. I don't know if you agree with me. It looks like it's going to be good right now. Cowtown's performing well. Very well.
I think
M&B
Chocolate Beans comes back.
Oh, for sure.
Zombie. We should predict the zombie every week. I'm predicting Chocolate Beans be the zombie.
Well, their schedule doesn't really allow for it. That's why I like the Van Helsing better than the zombie. The zombie, it's like you can only even do it if you have guys playing on Monday night, Sunday night at the latest. So it's just a timing thing. But a Van Helsing means you head and then you just sealed it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so they got Aaron Jones on Monday.
Yeah, If anything, it'll be. Although I think he needs to get. I can't believe Josh Gordon hasn't gotten a start in there yet. And the Vikings defense against the Cardinals. And Nelson Aguilar, not that he could have known this, but so.
And Marquise Valdez-Scantling. What the hell is that about?
And Jordy Nelson once had a good look at Jordy, 41, 17, 14. And Flacco, 20 points. That's good. And Anthony's pickup of the week, Jamal Charles, he's involved in the team. Great bench.
Uh-oh, someone joined our call.
Well, you know what they say about great benches? Bench blunders. Hey Tom,
we got a guess.
Are you smoking the Oscar already?
No, this is the God of Fire. Caught me at the tail end of my victory cigar from last week. I think somebody's got to turn their volume down over there.
That would be Dominic.
Got a little feedback.
It's going to be out in north of nowhere, baby. Hey.
Had a bit of a sinus infection last week. Wasn't able to enjoy the cigar. Just wanted to send a little message out to the league, though. What's up, Mahomes?
Oh,
Everybody.
Here he is.
And
number 1 ranked quarterback.
Guy. Talk about a zombie.
26 points last week, though.
He had a good game. Jacksonville defense just kind of corralled him in the red zone. I think they had 3 red zone trips that resulted in field goals, which I wasn't too upset about because I have the kicker as well. So,
Tom, is Dalvin Cook in the flex for symbolic or coaching reasons, or because of injury replacement strategy? Do you consider him your third back?
It's a little bit of both. I think that right now I just have him in to maximize my projection because I like to see the biggest number possible up there. The week leading up, I feel like it kind of can intimidate your opponent and make them make some moves. It's kind of counter to what the trend that I started that was copied really across the league, where I would remove my roster. Now I like to just put what would be the highest point potential projection-wise before I make my final decisions.
That was groundbreaking, the roster removal. I remember that. The potentials in the ants gone in that train.
Machado
done it a couple times points, but then I get too scared to change it. The only downside.
Yeah, see, the thing I've realized is what I decided that I do is I actually have my roster in my head right now. That unless something happens that just blows it up completely, I'm going with what's in my head right now.
Tom,
but I mean, we're holding out hope for Dalvin Cook to do something this year. I think we're really kicking ourselves every week for passing on Saquon Barkley because, man, could you imagine had I taken Saquon Barkley, oh boy, this team would be probably undefeated.
Saquon doing well for the Danimals. Do you have a pick of the week, like a lock that you feel good about?
Go to Odell, you bum.
City.
I don't.
We're just looking at the M&B game. I think that's one of the best games. Our game's a good one.
Cowtown's off to a nice start. I got to go with probably what's going on with House of Pain right now? They got players going tonight, or they just have their Sterling Shepard 0 points.
House of Pain.
House of Pain.
Pain. I got to go with even with that. Jakestown has players that could potentially put up zeros as well. I'm going with Liquored Up Kicker, 100% over the potentials.
Well, and that's another team that
I missed it.
Ridiculing all year. Bottom of your, are they 14th in the Courier Power Rankings currently, or at least 13?
They're 13th.
The potential.
They have no potential. They have no chance. They are not going to do anything this year. That team has no potential. He had some bad breaks, right off the bat. I think he lost the running back from San Francisco. Then Leonard Fournette situation. I really wanted Juju Smith-Schuster. I was like counting down the picks as he was coming to me, and there was 2. I think Jim was picking right in front of me, actually, when he took him. I was going to take Juju Smith-Schuster, and that's where I ended up with Demaryius Thomas, who hopefully can produce like he did last week.
Joe, win total for the potentials. End of the year.
5.
Tom?
How many weeks are there in the season? There's 12 weeks?
13.
13.
I see the potentials at 6 and 7, missing the playoffs.
So that's not too bad because I'm going to say 6 and 7. 6 and 7 is
no, yeah, you're right. 6 and 7 can make a playoff run.
Yeah. That's why if I get the 6th win this week, I'm like, my year's already over. I won.
My concern with the potentials is they have to catch every team on their worst week in order to win, basically. Because I don't think he's broken 140 yet this year. If I'm not, maybe once.
Yeah, I would think that
that Kiki Katri
win this.
That cutie is fun to watch. He's a cutie. I wanted to pick him up.
Oh wait, switch to my. Guess what, Matt? We're gonna scalp you. See this knife?
Oh, the knife.
I thought Matt was joining the show like a real
scalp you. We're gonna gut you. This is a kill.
Yeah,
that's
Matt,
a kill. We're gonna kill you. We're gonna teach you to speak to Tonkin with this knife.
Mascot for the Buffaloes, old knife.
Remember what Achilles did to you? Yep.
Well, I thought that Matt was playing Quincy Enunwa in a really intricate way to get revenge on me in psychological advantage because I drafted him and then dropped him. But he's still in there after scoring 0 points. So if that's going to stay the same way.
That's actually smart because that's probably not going to happen 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, but he's got Deshaun Jackson on the bench.
I was surprised he's got no running backs this week. His buys are really trouble.
He'll still win.
I was surprised you didn't pick up a few running backs, Joe, like just to mess with them.
Well, I needed
three running backs off the board. I almost picked up Jalen Richard. I was surprised that Jim dropped them. I think that I don't know. I see Marshawn Lynch kind of falling out of favor there, even though Richard's more of a pass catching back.
That could put him up in the – if he gets one win out of Jalen Richard somehow, that would, in my mind, put him in the running with – you're the only person I think of for the Tom, for the bargain shopper.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of time left for that, but I've got Philip Lindsay. There's a big advantage to getting the number 1 spot in waivers after week 1. I'm never upset about having a low-scoring loss in week 1.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you know the guy. There's always one guy after week 1. Last year it was Tariq Cohen, and I think Matt got him, and I traded for him. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun season. Where were you guys at here in the show? I don't mean to hijack your program here.
We're in the last. It starts and ends pretty fast. We've gone through a lot of the games. We had a debate about the Van Helsing replacing the zombie, and Van Helsing debated an actual zombie. Tom,
like
you and I were the Van Helsings last week. I think it's an impressive way to win.
I like that as a new award category.
Because I love when I do that. I like doing that better than being a zombie.
I mean, you could almost make an opposite category for every award, really, if you think about it. Like you could have like the boo instead of the moo.
Yeah.
Like the worst owner. I kind of like the used car salesman could have, the person who made the worst trades.
Yeah,
Where's Beckham going? What are you doing?
I think he's just quitting football.
Oh, no, you can't do that to me.
He was walking pretty limber. He didn't look like he was injured. And he just got
no.
Let me rewind.
Are you kidding me?
This is when we need footage on TV.
Oh,
why
man,
didn't
if he does that, I'm just going to drop him. I'm just going to drop him if he does that. I'm not even going to trade him.
Let me hear what's going on here. I'll just announce it. Tom, are you watching the game right now?
I turned it off. I was streaming it here on my laptop, sitting out here having a cigar. But
I just rewinded it. Odell Beckham is just heading in early, it looks like. Yeah, he's not injured. Someone patted him on the shoulder pad, and he just kind of breezed back into the – I think he's just getting an extra few seconds of rest. I think this is –
being an asshole.
The Ants and the Birds.
Hanson, I'm going with the Firebirds.
The Ants have been getting a lot of respect from everyone for being 2-3, and the Firebirds not much for being 3-2.
I like Andy Dalton against Pittsburgh. I think Kareem Hunt's going to have a big night.
Devontae Adams
Big night
Monday.
against New England. Devontae. Yeah. I
hope Kareem Hunt gets
Ridley against Tampa Bay, too. I think the matchups are in the Firebirds' favor.
Yeah, I do think Anthony's team is good, though. But, yeah, the Firebirds can win.
Yeah, but it's starting to get cold this time of year, and insects don't do well in the cold. The ants tend to freeze the little heinies off. It's time for the.
He's got a surprising team. Like, I don't really see why his team's doing so good and scoring so many points. It shocks me sometimes.
It's right behind me in the total points.
Yeah, but he can't seem to win consistently. Heliopolis going with Andy Dalton over. Well, Drew Brees is on a bye, and for some reason they're still rostering Tyrod Taylor. Trying to figure that one out. There's a lot of very confusing things going on with this Heliopolis roster at times.
Jack Doyle's going to miss. That's a big.
Yeah, I might try to trade her. Eric Ebron. Actually, I'm trying to make some moves.
Yeah, what's the story on no trades? I haven't tried or heard except from Anthony about trades. Joe, have you got anything cooking?
Yeah, I'm trying to get Cam from Tokyo.
Interesting.
Eric Ebron is on the market. If anybody, he's going to have a big week this week. I had one trade offer that I thought I would get, but I'll just say what it was. I was trying to get David Johnson from the Lulu Birds.
I've also baited.
And I was offering Eric Ebron, Austin Eckler, and either Demaryius Thomas or Robinson for David Johnson and her backup quarterback, but I don't think she's interested.
Yeah, I was bundling my 3 or 4 guys, but yeah, and if I were her too, I would think going down with the ship at this point. What did you think of that poll? It was too much.
Yeah, I don't know who I was. I think that poll was fake. Honestly, I think something happened there because I clicked on that poll shortly after it was posted, and there were already 8 votes for the Lulu Birds. It's the fastest I've ever seen everyone show up to vote.
My only other theory was people were so angry that they just clicked on the first team. Because I was making it, I picked the Lulu Birds first because I was like, well, let's not pick someone obvious like me or Ben. So I was like, I'll put a team that no one will vote for so it doesn't seem like I'm rigging it. And then
I think it was because of the Wood incident last year. I think that's what did it in for the Birds.
Wow. Yeah, there is one sect of the family tree that tends to vote in unison.
Uh-huh. Well, I would say all sects vote in unison. It's just that one is bigger than most of the others.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a little bit of I think on the
I voted for the Poops.
Yeah, Joe.
On the Morocco side, it is a little bit more. Now, when it comes down to if it's really a call between something serious, yeah, they'll vote in unison. But I think I don't know.
They're powerful. And Lori,
like technically, Matt is part of. I'm part of the same sect as Matt. You know,
Matt's his own sect. Kind of rides alone. He's a rogue. Anthony wants us to unite, but I don't think we really will.
Anthony's not the right guy to. He's not the uniter. He can't.
He doesn't unite really either.
He can't get a fantasy basketball league off the ground. How's he going to unite the sect?
You got that draft.
He's still trying to get a draft going for that keeper league.
I'm enjoying all of them. So I'm actually pretty.
What? Still waiting for that.
That's out, but the fantasy basketball draft is this weekend, I think.
Am I invited or what?
Yeah. Anthony will be in touch. Sure.
I might play this year.
Yeah.
I would have played last year. I usually do play in those, but I never. The draft just happened. I had no idea it was even happening. Next thing I knew, I had a team.
Yeah, we didn't have full participation. All right, I didn't set a timer, so I think we're over. But you can still join the post show, and it's halftime. You guys do it.
I want to ask one question of you two, the draft experts. Where did you guys have Patrick Mahomes on your draft boards?
7th, 8th.
Yeah, I would have taken him as like a top backup. So I would have been way off on that.
I just want to go on. Little Tommy two-time can confirm that I told him when he was in Indiana that I was drafting Patrick Mahomes. I wanted to have Kareem Hunt, Patrick Mahomes, and Kelsey.
All the Chiefs.
But unfortunately, Jesse snaked Kareem Hunt right before me, and I panicked and took Dalvin Cook. But the last thing I do want to say, just I know we're going over, but Tommy was grading my draft after the draft, and he was giving me a hard time saying I reached for Travis Kelce. And I thought I think that's kind of funny now in hindsight, since he took Gronkowski, I think, like 3 spots after Kelce.
Yeah. Yeah, Tokyo, we didn't discuss them much, but I wouldn't have been worried. But if he loses this week, then you got to be worried. But Tommy, come on the show. You are the love.
Poke 'em.
You muddle my
Dead, Pounders. Dead. Watch your scalp.